My President Trump is doing such a great job. He's rolling back the coal industry regulations. He's cutting the EPA that has been strangleholding most of us in Wyoming with our ranching communities, with our uh, water ponds and all of that. Every state has a DEQ. We do not need the EPA. Slice them in half. Uh, I know this much. I know even my governor in Wyoming is squealing because he likes to blame, just like my local commissioners and county people like to blame the federal government's mandates. The more powers you return to the state, the more ability we will have to hold them accountable at voting time. And I think that's a great thing. Turn the powers back over to the state. You know, whether it be abortion rights, BLM land, and that doesn't mean Black Lives Matter to us real Americans. BLM means Bureau of Land Management. Okay? Uh, the more power you turn back over to our education departments in our home states, the more ability we have to control our teachers, our education direction. And we don't want Common Core. We want that gone. I'm so glad Betsy DeVos got that job. And I think she knows about charter schools and stuff. You don't send your kid to a failing fucking school. And I wouldn't. I know if I had a choice besides sending my grandkids to some school that's teaching them Muslim and how to wear a hijab around their head and all of that bullshit compared to sending my grandkids to a school that's teaching reading, writing, arithmetic, has gym, has band, has home economics, and some kind of remedial course in either welding or wood shop or something like that. I would leave that other school behind so fast you could see the smoke off my heels. So today, Mr. President Trump, our new administration, I have one word of advice to you guys. You better stand together. I do want to offer something to Jeff Sessions, our our Attorney General. Jeff, grow some balls, babe. This is not a little man's game in Arkansas. You better stand up, or you're going to have to step aside. I need a strong attorney in the biggest office in the country. So get up off your little, bat ears kind of shit and put up or shut up. And I know you've been by Trump and you've been really loyal, but you're ineffective. And you should have already called for indictments of a lot of things, because just because they tied your hands on the Russian thing does not mean they tied your hands on any of the corruption that's already going on in the government. Okay, Pruitt, our EPA guy, get it. Roll them regulations back. The whole plan is energy independence. Nobody wants poison water. Nobody wants poison trees. Blah 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 blah. We all know that. United States is one of the best places in the world that doesn't have a lot of these problems, and it's not because of the EPA. It's because of our local departments of environmental quality. Our local people are the best judges and stewards of our land. So, with that, let's move on to the next one. Rex Tillerson. You don't have to fly anybody on your airplane you don't want to. And the Main Street media is shit. We all know that. Do like Trump does. Send it out with one or two guys that will, cover the story accurately. If people are worried about that, tell them to record what you're saying. That way, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about your direction. Anyway, this is a long video, but it's been a long day. I was glad to see Rachel Maddow put her foot in her face. I don't think that we should let the news control us. And as far as Trump Tower tapping, I think I've already said that it was done, or they wouldn't know the conversations that were had. They wouldn't have known anything. Think about it. CNN planted a camera in the lobby of Trump Tower way back, just right after the or right before the election. Anybody coming in and out of there was on video, and was probably put in the book at the desk before they went up in the elevator. So I would take 9/10 of the media with a big old grain of salt. In Sean Hannity, God, do you have power? You are one powerful man. You decided everything, and the media believes it because Sessions kicks out attorney generals across the United States. Everybody did it. Every president did it. If I had it my way, every last one of them would go and the three under them, just so you could actually have a clean slate of non-corrupt bullshit attorneys. So with that, I'll leave this alone because it's a long video. But anyway, I love you, President Trump. We love you in Wyoming. Keep up the good work. And keep an eye on them guys around you. Them Republicans, they wanted the House, the Senate, and the Oval Office. You tell them, get your shit together or get the fuck out of the way.